Hi children, how are you? I hope you are all fine at homes. Children, today I am going to talk about temperature belts on the earth. Okay. And also we are going to discuss more about the globe and about the how the temperature impact upon the globe. Okay. So let me start lesson today. Children, this is known as called the earth, and yeah, this is north, south, west and east. Okay, you can see the three dots here. This is the axis, and south also we can see here three dots. This is known as the axis. That means south axis, north axis, on which the earth spins. Okay, now you can see this is known as called northern freeze zone. Okay, this portion is known as called southern temperate. Sorry, this zone is known as northern temperate zone. This is known as called torrid zone. This is known as called south temperate zone. The last you can see this is north freeze zone. Okay, now we discuss about the different temperature zones. Now we move on to the about this one. Okay, same thing. This is known as called children. This is known as called Tropic of Cancer. This is much 23.5 degree. Now we move on to the downside. We can see the this one Tropic of Capricorn. This is also known as 23.5 degree. Okay. Now down you can see here also. This is Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degree. There you can see the upside, north side. This is called Arctic Circle. Same thing, 66.5 degree. Okay. Now about the from here to here, this is known as called northern hemisphere. This is known as called southern hemisphere. Okay. Now we're going to see the how the sunrays fall upon the earth. In way we can see the more temperature. The more temperature, the more heat we can find in this region. Which region? This is called torrid zone regions. Okay, this lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This Tropic of Cancer is it is located in the northern hemisphere. Tropic of Capricorn is located in the southern hemisphere. Children, now we're going to see the angle of incidence, how the sun rays fall upon the earth. See, in this picture, I am not able to show you the slanty of the earth. Okay, earth now just slightly bends. Now you can see this is the sun. Sun rays falls directly on the earth. Okay, here also see this is the sun rays angles. When the sun rays fall upon the earth, what happened? The rays will fall directly, or the rays will strike directly on the torrid zone, especially equator. As these are called angles. As the angle increases, what happened? Temperature decreases. You can see here, your angles are not increased. So what we can see, what we will understand here, temperature more. Here what you can see, your angle is increased. That means temperature is less. That means what we have to say, that as the angles increases, temperature decreases. Okay. Now as we go further to the northern hemisphere, further we go above, the temperature is less. Okay. Here also southern hemisphere, if you go further to the poles, temperature also decreases. Means as angles are going near to the polar regions, temperature also decreases. Okay. So children, I am going to talk about the different. See, temperature is not uniformly falling upon the earth. Okay, temperature is varies from one place to another place. Example, when you go to the polar regions, temperature is less. Okay, when you go to the torrid regions, the temperature is more. Now, what do you understand? Sun rays are not falling, equally on the earth. That means temperature is not uniformly, falling. It varies from one place to another place. Now, children, here see, month of March, the temperature falls directly on the equator. Then you can see the page number at 38, where you can see. Then also month of June, we can see the temperature is falling directly on the Tropic of Cancer here. And in the month of December, we can see that sun rays directly falling on the Tropic of Capricorn. Once again, I repeat this one. In the month of March, the sun rays directly falls on the equator, straight it. In the month of June, the sun rays will directly strike at the Tropic of Cancer. In the month of December, the sun rays will strike on the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, in this way. Then children, I am going to introduce to you another word that is known as called equinox. Equinox means what? Equinox is nothing but on March 21 and September 23. Here, throughout the world, the day and nights are equal. Okay, in size. I repeat, what do you mean by equinox? Equinox is nothing but on March 21 and September 23. We can see that throughout the world, the day and nights are equal in size. This is known as called equinox. Okay, then children, as we go near and near, temperature is going near and near to the polar regions, the temperature is decreasing. Okay, that you have to remember. Especially in polar regions, 6 months you have a day and 6 months you have a night. Okay, why? Because of the earth, when curvature of the earth, these sun rays are not falling to the directly on the polar regions, North polar regions, South polar regions. That is why. Okay, children, I am going to show you more about this today's lesson in the form of video. See the video and enjoy the today's class. Children, thank you. Have a super day.
In this module, you will learn about the temperature zones of the Earth. The Sun, which is at the center of the solar system, is the source of heat for all the planets. Since the Earth is placed at a distance of 150 million miles away from the Sun, it intercepts only a very small part of the solar radiation. The amount of solar radiation intercepted by the surface of the Earth is termed as the incoming solar radiation, or in short, insolation. The amount of heat energy from the Sun received by a place helps in deciding the temperature of that place. The heat energy thus received is not uniformly distributed over the surface of the Earth. Some places are very hot and some other places are very cold. Let us first understand why there are differences in the distribution of temperature over the surface of the Earth. The two major reasons behind this are angle of the sun's rays and shape of the Earth. Similarly, at noon the temperature is very high and very hot. This is primarily because the sun's rays fall vertically on the Earth, whereas the temperature is mild in the morning because the sun's rays fall on the Earth at an inclined angle. Same is happening in the evening also. Studies show that Earth has a spherical shape due to which the sun's rays do not fall at the same angle. Let us understand with an example. Look at the light coming from the torch, which is falling on a piece of cardboard which is placed in front of the torch. You will notice that torchlight falling on a straight surface is bright and covers a smaller area. Now if you place the cardboard in little slanting position, you will notice that the torchlight falling on the slanted surface is less bright and covers a larger area. Same is happening when the rays of the sun fall directly on those parts that are vertically below the sun. The rays heat only a smaller area on the Earth, and thus the heat energy received by that area is also very high. Based on the difference in heat energy received at different places, the surface of the Earth is divided into different heat zones, namely the torrid zone, the temperate zone, the frigid zone. Let us learn about the torrid zone. The region lying between Tropic of Cancer, 23.5° north, and Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5° south, is known as the torrid zone. Here, the rays of the sun fall almost vertically through major part of the year. Hence, this region forms the hottest part of the earth. Here, summers are extremely hot and even winters are warm. The temperate zone receives slanting rays of sun, so this region receives less amount of heat as compared to the torrid zone. Temperate zone experiences warm summers and cold winters. In frigid zone, the rays of the sun fall extremely slanting, which do not bring much heat even if there are longer periods of daylight. The regions falling in the frigid zone are the coldest and remain frozen for most part of the year. In this module, you have learnt the following. The sun, which is at the center of the solar system, is the source of heat for all the planets. The amount of solar radiation intercepted by the surface of the earth is termed as the incoming solar radiation, or in short, insolation. The two major reasons behind the differences in the distribution of temperature over the surface of the earth are angle of the sun's rays, shape of the earth. That is why the Earth's surface has been divided into three heat zones: the torrid zone, the temperate zone, and the frigid zone. The torrid zone lies between latitudes Tropic of Cancer 23.5° north and Tropic of Capricorn 23.5° south. The sun rays fall vertically over a small area, hence this is the hottest part of the earth. The temperate zone. The zone is divided into the north temperate zone, which lies between Tropic of Cancer, 23.5° north, and Arctic Circle, 66.5° north, and the south temperate zone, which lies between Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5° south, and the Antarctic Circle, 66.5° south, receives less amount of heat as compared to the torrid zone, therefore have mild temperatures throughout the year. The frigid zone. Frigid zone is also divided into the north frigid zone, which lies between Arctic Circle, 66.5° north, and the 90° north pole, and the south frigid zone, which lies between Antarctic Circle, 66.5° south, and the South Pole, 90° south. This is the coldest part of the earth. The rays of sun fall extremely slanting.